When Eric Musselman took the Arkansas head coaching job in the offseason of 2019, there was an immediate jolt of energy injected into the program. Musselman had just turned Nevada into a consistent national threat while also producing NBA players like Caleb and Cody Martin along the way. But Arkansas was different. A proud program with rich history and dedicated fans, Musselman was about to enter a situation he had never really encountered in his 30-plus years of coaching. A high-major head coaching job. But Musselman, as savvy coaches usually do, adjusted rather quickly. His first season at Arkansas, while cut short by COVID, saw the Razorbacks finish 20-12 and 7-11 in the SEC. A modest start, but a significant improvement from the year prior that saw Arkansas finish just above 500. 2021, though, would see a leap into the national discussion once again. Behind a massive roster turnover that saw 8 players leave and 7 players enter, it was clear that Musselman finally had his guys, and he didn't disappoint, leading a 3-seed Razorback squad headlined by future lottery pick Moses Moody to the Elite 8. After losing key players like Moody and Justin Smith, Musselman immediately hit up the transfer portal to bring in guys like Chris Likes, Audie Stoney, Trey Wade, and Stanley Umude, all of whom played key roles on this past season's Arkansas team that also got to the Elite 8 after beating #1 overall seed Gonzaga in the Sweet 16. What's specifically notable about these back-to-back Elite 8 appearances is the fact that Musselman has shown he can quickly reload his rosters and form them into nationally competitive teams by season's end, which is now an extremely valuable skill given the amount of player movement college basketball is seeing. In 2021, Arkansas returned a shockingly low 15.4% of its scoring from the year prior, which was by far the lowest among Elite 8 teams that year and one of the lowest numbers in the country. And of course, this past year, Arkansas was still near the bottom of the Elite 8 teams, returning 37.4% of its scoring from the 2021 team. But they did return a tad more than the team they ended up losing to. Dude, this year though projects to be Musselman's most audacious roster turnaround to date. The Razorbacks are set to return only 13% of their scoring from last year's squad, and only 2 rotation players in Devontae Davis and Kamani Johnson. While Musselman has typically utilized the transfer portal to build his rosters in Fayetteville, the 2022-23 Razorbacks welcome 3 5-star freshmen who are all projected to be first-round picks in the 2023 NBA Draft. As a backbone of the nation's second-ranked recruiting class, again, they lost to Duke, Nick Smith, Anthony Black, and Jordan Walsh will all be key pieces to building another successful Arkansas season. So let's take a closer look at these 3 players and see how they'll fit in as Razorbacks and as NBA players. Among the 5 stars, Sherwood, Arkansas native Nick Smith shines the brightest. Smith is a quick, springy, 6'4" combo guard with a high-level scoring acumen. After leading North Little Rock High School to a state championship last March, Smith comes to Fayetteville as 24/7 Sports' #1 rated recruit in the class of 2022. His springiness and athletic profile reminds me of a Jalen Green, Zach LaVine hybrid. He's stronger than what his spindly frame would suggest, as you'll frequently see him getting and-ones and finishing through contact with ease. Watch here how he takes the ball to length of the floor and then contorts his body to finish around the defense and finish with the lefty layup. He also has great bend, which helps him get to the rim smoothly. Smith profiles as the NBA's next volume-scoring combo guard, as his quickness and elevation in unison with his tight handle allows him to create loads of separation in the half-court, where he gets plenty of open mid-range looks. Here, he'll drop his defender with back-to-back crossovers before drilling the and-one elbow jumper. And I don't even know how to describe this ball-handling wizardry Smith displays before knocking in the floater. Smith's also shown promise as an on-ball playmaker as he uses his vertical athleticism to see over the defense and make cross-court kicks to the corner. And he's also been able to develop as a lob thrower thanks to his teammate and fellow 5-star recruit Kel'el Ware. While Smith could stand to improve his long-distance shooting, his mid-range and free throw excellence suggests that he'll become a viable outside shooter, but whether or not that will come in his likely lone year at Arkansas is yet to be seen. But what will translate to college is his defense. While only 6'4", Smith has long arms, and when combined with his athleticism and intensity, it makes for an impactful college defender. Overall, Smith seems destined for stardom, if not at Arkansas, then in the NBA. Right now, he would be at the top of my 2023 draft board along with more well-known prospects like Victor Wembanyama and Scoot Henderson, but we're still almost a year away from that discussion. Joining Smith in the reloaded Arkansas backcourt is Anthony Black. Black is a long 6'7" guard who made the transition to point guard during his senior year at nationally ranked Duncanville High School in Texas. What stands out most about Anthony Black is his passing and positional versatility. Black has the Lonzo Ball type passing acumen where he can throw long passes with serious zip behind them. During his time playing with the United States U18 FIBA Americas team last month, Black solidified himself as one of the more exciting prospects in the 2023 draft with his passing and showcased his potential to one day be a lead guard in the NBA. Watch him drop this pass right in the bucket for an easy dunk. That being said, what Black possesses as a passer, he may lack as a scorer. During his senior year, Black struggled against athletic teams when trying to finish at the rim. His lack of athletic pop and strength led to a lot of his shots being altered, if not blocked. Still, at 6'7", Anthony Black fits Arkansas's model of finding skilled wing-sized players who impact the game on both ends of the floor. Whether that be as a point guard, his best position in my opinion, or as a wing, Black will play a very key role for an Arkansas team with legitimate Final Four hopes. And finally, there's Jordan Walsh. The 6'7" wing spent his early high school career in Texas, where as a freshman he had the game-winning dunk in the Texas State Championship game for Oak Cliff Faith family. For his senior year, he transferred to Link Academy in Branson, Missouri, where he teamed up with other highly regarded recruits like Tennessee's Julian Phillips and top 15 2023 prospect and recent Iowa State commit Omaha Billieu. Walsh's frame and skill set is an immediate draw to NBA teams as he's a high-level athlete with a smooth shooting stroke. He was used a lot in a primary offensive role at Link Academy, like here for example, where he breaks down his defender one-on-one and then fires a beautiful cross-court skip pass to the corner for an open three. But with guys like Smith and Black coming in alongside Walsh, I think he'll be used similarly to a Stanley Umude from last year's Razorback team. Walsh uses his length very well on defense, and while he can get caught gambling a little bit too often, his frenetic and chaos-inducing defensive style should be perfect for an Arkansas program that loves creating havoc. In Smith, Black, and Walsh, Arkansas has the necessary raw talent to get themselves to a national title. But as we all know, youth is usually a disadvantage in college basketball, and it's probable that all of these players will have some growing pains during the upcoming season. What's unique about Arkansas, though, is that while all three of these players are extremely talented, Musselman has a bunch of weapons at his disposal if he wants to go other directions. Devontae Davis is a legitimate starting SEC guard who has had big tournament games in the past. Transfers like Ricky Council IV and Jalen Graham are experienced college players who could take away focus from the 3 5-star freshmen. Oh yeah, and Arkansas is also bringing in 3 more freshmen in addition to the 3 I've already talked about, and Joseph Pinion, Darian Ford, and Barry Dunning. And all of those guys are high-end 4-stars. And if we've seen one theme throughout Eric Musselman's tenure, it's that he's not afraid to make drastic lineup and roster changes with a short turnaround. Last season, Arkansas employed 10 different starting lineups, and it's my guess we'll see something similar this year. So whether or not Arkansas achieves their goals for the upcoming season, I think this is by far the most talent they've had on their campus in a long time. And it's all a matter of if the master of roster makeovers can turn in his best performance yet. Thanks for watching, and give me your thoughts below.